You do know when you're with a narcissist you're being used, right? That question sits at the center of a reality that far too many individuals refuse to acknowledge, not because they lack intelligence or intuition, but because the narcissist has been so skilled at weaving a narrative that makes exploitation feel like love. The psychological warfare waged by a narcissist is so subtle, so gradual, and so carefully orchestrated that most victims never realize what is happening until they have been completely drained of their resources, their energy, and their sense of self. And even then, they often blame themselves, wondering what they did wrong, wondering why they weren't enough, wondering why the narcissist pulled away or became cold. But the truth is far simpler and far more brutal. Narcissists do not love. They cannot love. What they do is use love, or rather the performance of love, to secure the supply they need to sustain their fragile and fractured ego. This is not a matter of opinion. It is a matter of psychological fact, deeply rooted in the structure of the narcissistic personality disorder and the fundamental way these individuals navigate the world. You are being used when a narcissist enters your life and quickly, almost impossibly quickly, begins weaving a fantasy of partnership, soulmate connection, and lifelong commitment. The love bombing phase is not love. It is a calculated strategy designed to lower your defenses, to make you feel so uniquely seen and cherished that you ignore every red flag that will later emerge. And here is where the Stoic lens becomes invaluable. The ancient Stoics understood that perception shapes reality. They understood that what you believe about a situation determines how you experience it. And when you believe, as the narcissist wants you to believe, that you have found something rare and precious, you will overlook the exploitation happening right in front of you. The narcissist uses you for your place to live, for your financial stability, for the comfort and security you provide. This is one of the most common forms of exploitation in narcissistic relationships, and yet it is one of the most consistently overlooked. When a narcissist moves in quickly, when they push for cohabitation within the first month or two of the relationship, they are not acting out of genuine desire for closeness. They are acting out of a desperate need for resources. They need a roof over their head, and they have identified you as someone who will provide it without asking too many questions. They may have been bouncing from one supply to another, and now they have landed on you. The Stoic response to this is not anger, though anger is understandable. It is clarity. The Stoics taught that you should not be disturbed by the actions of others, but rather by your own judgments about those actions. When you recognize that the narcissist is using you, the proper response is not to spiral into self-blame or to double down on trying to earn their love. It is to see the situation for what it is, to acknowledge the reality of the exploitation, and to take decisive action to protect yourself. The narcissist sells you a dream. They tell you that you are their soulmate, that they have never felt this way before, that they have finally found the one. But the dream is a cage, and the cage is built from your own hopes and vulnerabilities. They are using you for a place to stay, for the bills you pay, for the stability you represent. And they will never, ever reciprocate. Another sign that you are being used by a narcissist is that you are always the one paying when you go out. This pattern is so consistent across narcissistic relationships that it should serve as a major red flag early on. Initially, during the love bombing phase, the narcissist may spend money on you, take you to nice places, buy you gifts, and perform the role of the generous and attentive partner. But this is not generosity. It is an investment. They are spending money to secure your trust, to make you feel indebted, to create the illusion that they are someone worth keeping. Once they feel they have you hooked, once they sense that you have developed genuine feelings for them, the mask begins to slip. Suddenly, they forgot their wallet. Suddenly, they don't get paid until next week. Suddenly, they have a million excuses for why you need to cover the bill. And because you are a good person, because you care about them, because you do not want to seem petty or transactional, you pay, again and again. And each time you pay, you are reinforcing the narcissist's belief that they can extract resources from you without consequence. The financial drain is real, and it is intentional. The narcissist does not see you as a partner. They see you as an ATM, a source of funds that they can access whenever they need. The money they ask for may be for food, for bills, for their children, for a business venture they claim will benefit both of you. But the money never comes back. The business never materializes. The promise of reciprocity is just another tool in their arsenal of manipulation. The Stoic principle of self-respect demands that you recognize your own value and refuse to be treated as a resource to be exploited. You are not a bank. You are not a provider of unlimited funds. You are a human being deserving of genuine partnership, not financial extraction. And when you realize that the narcissist never contributes financially, when you realize that they never offer to pay, that they never reciprocate your generosity, the only logical conclusion is that you are being used. This is not a judgment about money. It is a judgment about fairness, about mutual respect, and about the fundamental imbalance that defines every narcissistic relationship. You are being used when the narcissist never buys you a gift for your birthday or for holidays. This might seem like a minor detail, but it reveals something profound about the narcissist's internal world. They do not think about you when you are not in front of them. They do not plan for your happiness. They do not care about your milestones. Your birthday is just another day to them. Or worse, it is an obligation they resent. They may pretend to forget. They may offer a weak excuse, or they may simply ignore the occasion entirely. And when you express disappointment, they will accuse you of being materialistic or demanding or too sensitive. They will flip the script and make you feel like the unreasonable one. But the truth is that a partner who cannot be bothered to acknowledge your existence on a day that matters to you is a partner who does not value you. The narcissist's failure to give gifts is not about money, because even a handwritten card or a small thoughtful gesture costs almost nothing. It is about effort. They are unwilling to expend any effort on your behalf because they do not see you as worthy of that effort. They see you as a source of supply, and supply does not need to be celebrated. Supply exists to be consumed. You are being used when you are constantly cooking for the narcissist, doing their laundry, cleaning up after them, and acting like a caretaker rather than a partner. This dynamic is especially common when the narcissist is living with you or spending a significant amount of time at your residence. They treat you like a parent, like someone who exists to serve their needs, not as an equal partner in a mutual relationship. They may have convinced you that this is what love looks like, that taking care of someone is a sign of devotion. But in a healthy relationship, caretaking is reciprocal. Both partners contribute to the household. Both partners support each other. Both partners share the burdens of daily life. In a narcissistic relationship, however, the narcissist takes and takes and takes, and you give and give and give, and the imbalance grows wider and wider. You are acting as a mother or a father figure to the narcissist, and they are exploiting your nurturing instincts for their own comfort. They want to be taken care of, but they have no intention of taking care of you in return. The narcissist's inability to contribute to the practical realities of shared life is a symptom of their deeper inability to participate in a relationship as an equal. You are being used when you are constantly playing the role of therapist, listening to the narcissist's problems, absorbing their complaints, validating their grievances, and serving as an emotional dumping ground. The narcissist loves to talk about themselves. They love to share their struggles, their frustrations, their perceived injustices. They will keep you on the phone for hours, rambling about their life, their work, their exes, their dramas. But the moment you try to share something about yourself, the moment you attempt to shift the focus to your own needs or feelings, they dismiss you. You are being too sensitive. You are making a big deal out of nothing. They do not have the capacity to hold space for you because their emotional world is entirely self-referential. They do not see you as a person with your own struggles and desires. They see you as an audience, a mirror, a source of validation. And when you are no longer useful in that role, they will discard you and find someone else to fill that position. The narcissist will keep you on the phone during the week, chatting endlessly when they are bored at work, when they have nothing better to do, when they need to pass the time. They will consume your evenings and weekends with their monologues. But when the weekend comes, when their so-called free time arrives, they disappear. They make excuses. They have to see their kids. They have to help their mother. They are busy with something that does not involve you. And you are left wondering why you were so important during the week and so irrelevant on the weekend. The answer is simple. You were not important. You were just a way to fill their downtime. You were entertainment. and when better options appeared, they vanished. This is the hallmark of being used. You are there when they need you, and you are ignored when they do not. You are being used when the narcissist only calls when they want something. They are not calling to check in on you. They are not calling because they miss you. They are not calling because they want to hear your voice. They are calling because they need something, or because they have nothing else going on, or because they are bored and low on supply. The calls are sporadic. They come in waves, often late at night, often when you least expect them, often after a period of silence. They want to pull you back in. They want to see if you are still available. They want to confirm that they still have access to you. And once they have that confirmation, once they have reassured themselves that you are still an option, they will withdraw again. This pattern of inconsistency is the primary way to recognize that you are being used. Healthy relationships are consistent. Healthy partners are reliable. The narcissist is neither. Their attention is conditional, their affection is performance, and their presence is entirely dependent on what you can offer them at any given moment. You are being used when sex with the narcissist is all about what they want, not what you want. The narcissist is selfish in the bedroom. They are only interested in pleasing you to the extent that it feeds their ego or serves their agenda. They may use sex as a tool for control, as a reward for compliance, or as a way to keep you hooked. But genuine intimacy is absent. They do not kiss you tenderly. They do not hold you afterward. They do not want to cuddle or connect. They want to satisfy their own desires and then move on. The sex may be frequent, but it is transactional. It is not about connection. It is about consumption. You are being used for your body, for the validation of your desire, for the ego boost that comes from being wanted. And when you try to communicate your needs, when you express a desire for something different, they dismiss you or blame you for being too complicated. The narcissist's sexual selfishness is a reflection of their broader selfishness. They are incapable of seeing you as a whole person with your own needs and desires. You are an object, and the bedroom is just another place where that objectification plays out. You are being used when you put money toward the narcissist's needs. When you help them with a business, a car, a child's expense, or any other financial need, you are contributing to their life in a way that they will never reciprocate. They will promise to pay you back, but they never do. They will promise that this investment will benefit both of you, but it never does. The money disappears into their world, and you are left with nothing but the memory of your generosity and the sting of betrayal. The narcissist will frame this as partnership, as building a future together, as supporting each other. But the reality is much simpler. They are using your resources to support themselves, and they have no intention of sharing the benefits with you. The Stoic wisdom here is to recognize that generosity without reciprocity is not virtue. It is exploitation. You are not obligated to fund someone else's life, especially when that person would never do the same for you. You are being used when the narcissist uses your car, drives it around town, and treats it as their own. Many narcissists do not have reliable transportation, and they will see your vehicle as a convenient solution to their problem. They will treat your car as if it is theirs, running errands, visiting friends, going to work, and returning it with a full tank only if you are lucky. They will have you add them to your car insurance because their credit is bad or their driving record is poor. They will put things in your name because they cannot qualify on their own. And you will find yourself responsible for the consequences of their choices. The car is just another resource they are extracting from you. They are not building a life with you. They are building a life on you. You are being used when the narcissist does not want to go out with you. They prefer to stay in, to have you cook for them, to have sex with them, to do everything in the comfort of your home where they do not have to spend money. But when their friends call, they find the energy and the funds to go out. They are happy to spend money on their social life, but they will never spend money on you. This is not about budget. It is about priority. You are not a priority. You are convenience. They are also afraid of being seen with you in public. They are afraid of running into other supply, of having to explain their relationship with you, of being exposed as the person they truly are. They keep you hidden because you are not someone they are proud to be with. You are someone they are using. And in the case of a female covert narcissist, the dynamic is slightly different but equally exploitative. She expects you to take her to the best restaurants, to buy her designer things, to treat her like a queen. But she will not be close to you. She will not have sex with you. She will not show you affection. She is using you for the lifestyle you can provide, for the status that comes with being seen with you, for the resources you can offer. But she has no genuine desire for you. She has no genuine interest in a real relationship, and you are left feeling used, empty, and confused. You are being used when you are parenting the narcissist's children. If they have kids from a previous relationship, they will shift the responsibility onto you. When the kids come for their visitation, you are the one watching them, entertaining them, feeding them, and putting them to bed. The narcissist is on their phone, busy with something else, completely disengaged from their role as a parent. They have found a new source of free labor, and they are exploiting it without hesitation. You are not a partner. You are a caretaker, a nanny, a substitute parent. And the narcissist will happily let you fill that role because it frees them from the burden of responsibility. The bottom line is this: what you bring into a relationship should be matched by what the other person brings. This is not about keeping score. It is about fairness. It is about mutual respect. It is about recognizing that a relationship should be a partnership of equals, not a parasitic extraction of resources. The narcissist got with you because you had something to offer them, something they could take, something they could exploit. They are not with you because they love you. They are with you because you are useful to them. And once you are no longer useful, they will discard you without a second thought. The Stoic path is to recognize this truth with clarity and without self-deception. You are not the problem. The narcissist is the problem. But you are the one who must take action to protect yourself. You must stop accepting the crumbs they offer and demand the respect you deserve. You must walk away from the relationship that is draining you dry and invest in your own well-being. The narcissist will not change. They will not suddenly develop empathy. They will not suddenly become the partner you hoped they would be. They are who they are, and who they are is someone who uses people without remorse. The only question is whether you will allow yourself to continue being used. Period. End of story. Not today, Satan. Now, if any of this resonates, if you recognize yourself in any of these signs, it is time to take action. Subscribe to the channel for more insights on navigating relationships with clarity and strength. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And most importantly, choose yourself. Because you are worth more than being used by someone who will never truly love you.